9, 8.
You're watching
7,
Experience Comic Culture and
6,
Sales.
5,
Streaming live daily to
4,
Facebook, YouTube,
3,
Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Hey everyone, you are watching the Geek Chat. We got some great comics and some not some great comics to talk about today.
Yes.
So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And see which one Rich hates.
Hey everyone, you are watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. I'm Rich, the comic book beardy.
I'm Des, the other comic book beardy, the black comic book beardy for you. Hi.
So, hello, Barlord. Thanks for stopping in and watching. Hello, Mr. Paul.
Hello.
And to everyone else, I hope you're having a great evening.
Yes, all you fantastic magical lurkers out there. We love you. Say something. Tell your friends. Like and subscribe, please.
Yes.
Also,
go for it.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, unfortunately, we have no giveaway this week. I'm sorry. It's just the place where I usually get them from has moved. So yeah.
That's right. They did. They closed and moved.
Yeah. So they're in the process of opening. They should be open, and I'm trying to work on that now. But yes, I will be trying to get some more. Please stay tuned. I can understand if you just want that sweet variant, but we hope that you stay and look at our sweet faces, please.
So if you didn't know, the Experience is doing a survey, and JD has put that up in the comments. Head there. You get a free little bonus for filling it out. Yeah, it's a great little survey. So go fill it out. Barlord, yes, catching up is always hard to do, especially, if you read a lot of different books. So yes. we totally understand.
Yes, I have definitely had that happen to me a couple times. And
hello, Garth Wong.
Garth, welcome in. Yes, I've had that happen to me multiple times, when you're just kind of like, oh, finances are tight, can't get it this week, or ooh, finances are tight, I ain't got a job. So I definitely understand that. So glad that you're able to get caught up, and you know what you got to do. You just got to, when it's a new job, take a day off, read your comics,
You just started a job, take a day off. Why not? You deserve it.
I'm on probation. But I'm going away for a week. I mean, come on, my new job. So
yeah, but if you had it planned,
yeah,
before the job, they can't hold that against you.
Yeah,
they can, but
my boss is totally cool with it. She was just like, good. Yeah, I'm not going to stand in the way. You already had this thing planned. And I'm like, oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Awesome.
But yeah, we have a couple of comics to talk to you about. But before we talk, and I didn't get this to JD sooner because I just saw a picture on my way home. I take a train to get home. But what's his name? The guy.
I don't know.
Josh Brolin is Green Lantern.
Yeah, they announced that.
And I'm like,
they're going old school for him.
And I don't know if so. Then, in my opinion, if Josh Brolin is Green Lantern, which, by the way, everyone's talking about this, everyone's playing nice and everything about Josh Brolin not being in a Deadpool Wolverine. This is probably why. Like, if all you conspiracy theorists out there, let me know. Do you think this is why? Because they knew that James Gunn had poached him, and they're like, we're not going to put him in this movie. Hell no. No, well, Barlord, from what I understand, it was revealed. So
a
even
done deal.
Yeah, even if it's still in talks, it's pretty much a done deal. Which part of me, I'm kind of happy that we're getting an older, well-established. If it's true, like from what I understand, this is pretty much getting ready to go, but I kind of like a seasoned version, because think about it. It makes total sense, because if you have Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, and then you have Josh Brolin as Hal Jordan. They're both like Nathan Fillion's not a spring chicken anymore. I mean, say what you will, but he's not a spring chicken anymore. And them, together, I just want to see who the casting for Jon Stewart's going to be, because that's the one that I want to see. Because if we're getting older Green Lanterns, then does that make Kyle the stand-in for the younger person now? And I think if they do it like that and have Hal Jordan be in more of a mentor role, I think that would really, really help what's going on. And say what you will about the Ant-Man movies, I really liked Kirk Douglas as a pseudo mentor role to Scott Lang. I liked their dynamic, although he was completely wasted in the third. Well, everyone was wasted in the third movie, but still, I liked the dynamic. And so having an older, more established Hal Jordan, I think could actually work. That way you have an old and a new, and I think by James Gunn doing that, you get this forced sense of an already established universe. Because if everyone is new, it makes it seem like everything is new, but
Right.
if people that have been there for a while, it gives the universe that lived in kind of feel. And I'm really excited for that. And I think a lot of people are saying because the Superman movie, it's going to be like overload, but I don't think so. I really believe that he's going to use it. By he, I mean James Gunn is going to use it sparingly. So you'll get to see people in the background, but they might not all talk. And I think that's great. Like show us a well lived in DCU, EU, or DCU or EU, whatever they call it now. And I love it. So I just wanted to bring that up because I was like very kind of like, I wasn't shocked, but I was like, oh wow, like Josh Brolin, really, So yeah.
I have one question for you.
Okay, hold on.
Do you want a younger or an older Jon Stewart? Do you want someone younger, new?
No. I want Kyle
To be the new.
Kyle
Okay.
to be the new. Or they can do, what is it, Jessica Cruz, the female one?
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think there would be too many people up in arms if they give her, such a high profile role, since we have all these other Green Lanterns.
Which is sad. All right. So yes, the experience says, according to mainstream sites, he has not yet accepted the role.
Oh, okay. Well, I think he would be, I don't want to say he'd be a fool, but I think that he would do it. Like, I would hope he would do it.
Yeah.
But you're right, Barlord. Kyle needs to get some love, and he needs to not be refrigerated. Moving right along to our books. Doesn't need to be fridged. Moving right along to the books. All righty, my friend. Do you want to talk about the first book that
yes.
I didn't have access to? But
yeah, so we have it. We posted it last week. So every week after our show, we have to post 3 books for the promotion, and I'd like to say that we're really on top of that. We never get our notes. So one of the books we picked was The Autumn Kingdom, because Des a couple weeks ago was saying how we really need to do more independent books. So this is from Oni Press. It's Cullen Bunn. The artist is Christopher Mitten. The coloring was done by Francesca Segala, lettered by Taylor Esposito, and the color flatting by Sabrina Del Grosso. It is a fantasy book, and The Autumn Kingdom is about this writer is going on a vacation with his family, 2 daughters and wife. The daughters' names are Summer and Winter. And they go to this remote cabin, and he has writer's block. So he's going to try to get some inspiration. Well, the 2 girls, after this long car ride, and they're talking about the books, and the 2 girls go running into the forest, and the dad writes fantasy books. And so the 2 girls run into the forest, and they see all these stone goblins and trolls, these stone statues, and then a warrior woman with her arm cut off. So she's missing her weapon. And then the house gets raided by this, I don't know what yet, but on this giant horse bird. And
Like a
the two
griffin?
girls need to become heroes.
Oh.
That's the boil down. The art is amazing. I really love it. The colors are muted when they're like in the car, and the scenery of the woods, it's detailed. It's very well done. The whole book, I did not think I'm sorry. I am a diehard Marvel DC fan, and reading independent sometimes, yeah,
I know.
this is amazing. I am so glad I read this book, and I really think if you want a really good story, check this out. Cullen Bunn is a seasoned writer, and I think this is from just the first issue. I really think this is going to be something.
Yeah.
And I actually can see this. I don't think Cullen Bunn writes like Mark Millar writes. I don't think he writes for TV or movies or script. You know how a lot of the Mark Millar books are wanting to be
They're
turned
pitches.
into something? They're pitches. This is just a really well done story. And I really like the fact that the dad is a writer. And I don't know if the Autumn Kingdom is reflecting. You can see the eyes of the creatures in the on the cover. I don't know where it's going to go, and I think that's the best kind of first issue. It leaves you hanging because the girl finds, I'm just going to spoil it. We talk about spoilers. One of the sisters finds the statue's weapon, and it's a giant sword, and somehow she just knows how to use the sword.
That's
so
great.
yeah, pick this book up.
Is it horror focused at all? Any horror?
No,
okay.
It's completely fantasy.
Okay, because I know. Go. I'm sorry.
Bunn is a horror writer a lot.
Yeah, because like I really enjoyed The Sixth Gun, the one that kind of like made him, not what made him, but it was his like, you know, the story that kind of brought him much more notoriety, and I really, No,
it was really good. I recommend this book a lot.
Yeah, I will definitely have to check it out.
Her name is Summer, Somm. That's the funny thing. Summer.
Damn.
Yeah.
All these millennial people naming their kids. Anyway, so the first book, the second book we're going to talk about is a book that I was very surprised, as this is the one that Rich wanted to review, and I actually shouldn't have been surprised because his hubby, Longbeardy, is he loves Thor, so I shouldn't have been surprised when he came out and said, "Hey, let's review this one." But what is it?
It is What If Donald Duck Became the Mighty Thor. And this is just another one in the Marvel Disney crossover. We're getting a Minnie Mouse Captain Marvel book,
which I'm kind of excited for.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of want that one. I don't know why.
Well, we're going to review it, so don't worry. The plot was by Steve Bailing. The script was by Riccardo Secchi. The art is by Giada Perisnoto. The colors are by Lucio Ruvidonti. And the lettering is Laura Tartaglia. And that cover is by Lorenzo Pastrovicchio. A lot of Italian names here.
It works.
A lot of Italian names.
It works.
What did you think?
I liked it. It was it was a far cry from Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Nickel, or whatever it was called, the Infinity Coin. This was actually pretty fun. It was a complete story. It didn't take itself seriously, but it was serious enough when it needed to be. I don't know. I thought the artwork was really good.
It's very strong.
So I don't know about anybody else, but back in the day, you could get, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, and you could get those old comic strips and you could read them, and they were just, slice of life type of funny interactions that they were doing. And this one was one of the ones that really brought me back to that. And I thought that this was really cool. Okay. So just to answer your question, Barlow, it's not that it was a bit of a wreck. It's just that you gotta kind of understand that this is like it's like a comic strip. You know, it literally is like a Saturday morning comic strip is what it reminded me of, and it was fun. And I just wish it was cheaper. I always think that these stories, if they're for kids or have a, you know, have like an art style like this, I really believe that it should be cheaper. Marvel can do that. I really believe that with the Mouse's money, and this is being such a prominent character like Donald Duck, this should have been like $1.99. I honestly believe
$2.99
or even $2.99. I think this would have flew off the shelves if it was $2.99. If a guy, you know, from the 90s who has kids now, you know, who really was like into comics, saw this on the stands and saw it for like $1.99, $2.99 or something like that, they would have probably bought it for their kid. I really believe that, because
Hey, Kenneth.
I just think yeah, it's $4.99, right? Or is it $3.99?
Yep, $4.99.
Yeah, see, it's like it's crazy. Like it's crazy for that price. I just don't see why it needed to be that price.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be that price. And it's just like so now it's going to die on the shelf is what I'm saying. And it really is. And what's going to happen is Marvel is going to collect all these into one big book, and that's what people are going to buy because they can get it much cheaper on Amazon or whatnot. So it just makes more sense for me to do it a little bit cheaper. What were your thoughts?
I really thought that this was, being a complete story, it was really good. I liked that the kids were in it. I love the nephews. I love DuckTales. Like, I love the idea that Uncle Donald is doing something with the kids.
And the cane. Like, I was very surprised to see the cane too.
Yes, we had Donald Blake's cane. You know, it's funny because when you read this, yes, I am real, King's Sport Cal. I am real. It's real.
Actually, he's a transformer.
It's been growing for a while. The art was, it took me all back. Like reading this took me back to those old Disney books we used to get for, 75 cents. And now it's $5. But okay.
It's crazy.
I have to say pick this book up.
It's fun.
The price is it's a fun book.
It's fun. I mean, I would say like if you want to support your local comic book store, this is probably a book to get because it's probably one that's going to be on the stands for a while, unfortunately, and it'll be blown out. I do just want to show that this, like, the art is quite fun, great. And that's what I like about it. Yeah, and him trying to learn how to use it, and then when you picked up the rock when he got it, it was awesome. And how he learned how he could turn into Thor was he was stuck and he hit the cane on the rock, and that's what did it. I don't know. So Barlord says, book, yes. Get kids into floppies using that to lead the way. Exactly. 100% agree. That's a perfect introduction. And it's just weird though, because Marvel does do the pocket size, and so does DC, like Barlord said. There was the new Grant Morrison Superman that is now in that digest size that they did.
Yes. DC's doing these $9.99 digests, collecting some of the better collections they've done over the last couple of decades.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about it. So, but all right, everybody, you know what time it is. Oh, hold on. Experience says this seems like it was aimed at Disney adult character collectors. Yeah, I can understand that, but maybe our heart's in the wrong. Yeah. So, yes, King, I don't blame you for being a trade raider. I really don't. Not in this day and age. But all right, that's our time. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be right back. So please stay with us. See you in a minute.
Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
Boring old Tuesday.
Kick it!
Anyway, let's get to it.
Henri Copen scours collections and comic shops to bring you the biggest deals on beautiful
I'm
comics.
very eager to sell these books.
Plus, he smashes those other boring sales shows. Henri's got fire, excitement, personality, key books, FOMO books,
Sexy FOMO books for you.
a cute dog, weird accents,
69, bro.
a wheel of skid bark.
There's a wheel spins at the end of every show.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll score huge bargains.
That is Haktua magic right there, all right?
Kicking it with Henri, Tuesday nights, part of the experience.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Welcome back, everyone. You are watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. So in our first half, we did a little Oni Press and some Disney, and now we're going into DC Comics for the next two books. I'm back to reading some DC, and the next book up has always been close to my heart. I've always loved the Justice Society and the All-Star Squadron and Infinity Inc. And I'm really, 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 really happy that I will be reading Justice Society again, this time written by Jeff Lemire. But Jeff Johns is finishing up his what seems to be 5-year Justice Society of America book. Good God, what the hell? Okay, so one issue left, Desmond. What did you think of this?
Well, first do the credits.
Yes. All right. So, I love the spread. The spreads in this are amazing. All right. Jeff Johns was the writer. Marco Santucci is the artist. Very interesting artist for your second to last first time artist on this book. And it was a little jarring in places. The cover was done by Michael Janin, and that's really all they gave.
Yep.
Yep, there we go. Ivan Plasenia was the colorist, and Rob Lee was the letterer. So
what did I think?
Legion versus the Justice Society.
So what I think is
Yes.
you literally did not read anything before this.
Nope.
Because within the first 3 pages, Johns recapped everything. I was like, really? It was a fight scene going on between them, and he literally just info dumped everybody. And I was like, oh, okay. It was the weirdest choice. I was like, okay. I actually thought the art was pretty good. I thought it was good. But it was just so weird. He literally just did a synopsis of everything that happened to let everyone know what's going on right before it ends. And I think the best thing that happened, number one, I thought it was sad because I thought Eclipso becoming the big bad at the end was like, okay. And then to have him be resolved so quickly, I was like, okay. It was just like the resolution came and went so fast, like it would have broke your neck, like if you were in a car. Like all I have to say. And then I get it. Like they're trying to make Mordu a better person. Well, we kind of saw that with Iron Lad and the whole Kang thing. So I think Jeff Johns was just like, hey, we could do that. And it's a cool way to bring in the Legion, which I think is great. I think Jeff Johns really has a soft spot for the Legion. That's why they're always in something that he does, which is great to see. And I love this version of them. But it just seemed weird. And then the best thing that happened was a Justice Society in the 31st century. I thought that was great. That last picture of all of them sitting around the table, like I want to read about those guys. I want to read about a legion of superheroes with them in tow. Like if this was, hopefully this was some kind of world building that we will get to see a legion of superheroes and a Justice Society, like JSA 3140 or something, like label it like that, and then we get that Justice Society, and then we have like JSA that Jeff Lemire's doing, and then we have JSA in the future, and then they can have crossovers because I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, But Barlord says, let's be honest, given how long it's been, we needed it. I agree with you, my friend. It has been a long time, and this book is just kind of meandered. I thought it was a what was it? I thought it was a limited series, and then I thought it was over. And then if you go back and watch all those episodes, I was very surprised that it kept going, and you were like, oh, it's going, it's not ongoing, and I'm like, what? And then now it's probably going to be over. I think Jeff Johns is running out his contract because he's doing that stuff with his other imprint, Ghost Machine. So unless he's double dipping, I mean, hey, get your money, get your bag, boo. So what'd you think?
You know what? Reading this and then listening to you talk, it's funny.
Thank you.
I don't think this was having Eclipso just show up was the weirdest freaking thing by the blue face. I was like, Eclipso, and then
when he started to rip and
ripping off Yolanda's skin, and I'm like, the hell did this? I don't think this was. I think he's like, hey, I gotta wrap this book up. It's taking way too long. Someone else is going to be writing this book. I'll just make Eclipso the big bad. Why not? Gem World, Mordu, it all works. Oh, and Huntress. That's right. You have a crossbow. You can really shoot. I think I'll make her save the day. Like,
hey, how is she unaffected?
Right?
Like, how is she unaffected by it? I can understand Mordo because he's a mage and he can use magic shields and like crap like that. But how was she unaffected? I was like did she pull out of her bat utility belt like magic spray and sprayed her eyes or something? I like, what are you doing? It was weird.
Yeah,
it was that was very jarring to see it be Eclipso, because when that reveal happened, I was like, huh? And the way he did
out
it
of the blue.
but the way he did it by like ripping his face open and it being like, it was funny because they showed it in all black and silhouette when he ripped her open, but you could see as he was grabbing, you could see the eclipse in his thing, and I was like, okay, it's Eclipse. I was like, all right, but
so
it was just so weird. It was just so bizarre.
This is an issue that I really feel needs big time little caption boxes saying who everyone is, because if you had no clue who the Legion of Substitute Heroes were, you didn't know any of them. Like,
nope.
It just needed some editor assistance.
Well, like they used to do. Like they used to do when they would show the legions, they would have that little legion box and say their name and then have like a brief description of their powers. I thought that was great.
I wouldn't even need a brief description, because when the substitutes came from the future and you're like, well, I mean, I knew who most of them were. I had to look up who the lion was,
Yeah.
Animal Boy or whatever.
They were introduced in the prior issues, so
I forgot. It's been so long. What was it, 1964 that the last issue came out? I swear to God, Jeff Johns.
Hey, Jeff Johns is out here.
Jesus.
Jeff Johns is out here trying to build an empire, just like Mark Millar. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. The art was very, very comic booky from the past.
I liked it.
Like his style could fit the Legion. I could see him doing a Legion book.
Yeah, that's why when I saw his splash pages with the Legion, I was like, these are really nice. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
like I see what you're doing here, pal, and I'm here for it. I like it.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Barlord says Brainiac 5 is Legion character I look for. The rest just meld together unless I have something. Unless I have something to tell me who the character is. That's so mean. True. Is it because he's green? Are you a greenist? Anyway, before we move on, I wanted to show you some stuff that I didn't show you last time. So I go to Comic-Con, right? That's where you go to Comic-Con, and I actually went a little crazy and I got a whole bunch of stuff that I probably shouldn't have got. But I know you like pops, but I got an Astro Boy pop.
Oh, that is so adorable.
Yeah, I got an Astro Boy pop, but I didn't buy just one. I bought two Astro Boy pops. One is like a black label. One is this one. But
it's the blacklight version.
Yeah. But if I'm going to buy a blacklight version and I'm going to buy a black on black version, you
had to buy the blacklight.
No, I had to buy the other one too. So yeah, I bought.
It's 3. Astro Boy.
Yeah, I bought 3 because I'm a huge Astro Boy fan. Love him to death. If you haven't read the manga, it's hilarious because he has like butt machine guns. So he has machine guns that come out of his hips, which is like his butt, and he can shoot people from his rear. It's really kind of cool. So it's very funny. But I was just some stuff, and I got some Mattel stuff. I went a little crazy, and I bought they were doing the vehicles, all of the Batman vehicles. So I bought all the Batman vehicles. It was great.
Look at you! You're becoming a little collector too.
And I bought all the there's some fig pins, and I bought all of the villain fig pins. They're really cool. They came in a little case. It's cute.
I'm trying to think if I have any new Transformers. I do, but it's over there.
Oh,
I'll have to get it for next
time. But
yes. Okay.
Alrighty. So this is the one that I wanted to read and I wanted to talk about because I wanted to do real quick, and this would be super long, but I wanted to do a juxtaposition between this and Marvel events. This is Absolute Power number 3. And yes, I am looking up your Lego habit, Paul. That is correct. Your terrible Lego habit. Anyway, Absolute Power number 3. And you want to read it? The credits?
Sure. So, Absolute Power, Chapter 3, Last Stand, writer Mark Waid, artist Dan Mora. Can I just say, I wish Dan Mora was multiple man because I want him penciling every book. Like, this art is just phenomenal. The coloring in this book was done by Alejandro Sanchez, and the letters were done by Ariana Maher. And the cover right there was done by Dan Mora. And then there was a ton of variant covers. They are really, really going nuts, these variants. One variant that we have been collecting is the connecting. It makes one giant image. And I really hope they collect or they print this image in a poster because it's really gorgeous. And John Timms is the artist of doing those. And I love a good gimmick. So one giant connecting for everyone. It's been fun.
That's awesome. So the reason why I brought this up is because this series moves. And by moves, I mean it's only 4 issues, but every issue is impactful. Like every issue does not seem like filler. It just seems like it's just all thriller, no killer. No, all thriller, no filler. It's just like stuff just happens, and Mark Waid is just knocking it out of the park with this story, and the way that it progresses, and like how they were able to take Superboy down by him being on Themyscira, and the trap that they laid and the magic, and you know, Lady Brainiac or Brainiac Queen being, you know, defeated, and the Amazos becoming, you know, developing the morals of the people, of the heroes. It, you know, and Amanda Waller saying like, is heroics a superpower now?
No, it's you're telling me goodness is a
Yeah.
bleeping superpower.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think
just, go ahead.
that right there, the fact that these heroes are still trying to save innocent lives, the media cannot, you know, if you've not been following it, Amanda Waller has made fake videos showing the heroes doing horrible things.
Yeah,
But
like
you
deepfakes.
can't keep the heroes down with no powers. They're still going to do what they do, and that is help and do good for people.
Yeah.
And it's driving her nuts, and I love it.
Yeah.
I have been loving this. I got to be honest. I agree, Barlord. She needs
they're
to
gonna put
stop
her in
for a bit.
prison, or they're gonna put her in prison, or they're gonna have to do something with her. She can't. She has to be like she's an international terrorist now. The Chinese actually said it.
Yes, yes.
You know?
But I want to say, if you're not reading Task Force 7,
which is so good
you are missing out, because
you know.
So
it's
we
not required
reviewed,
reading. It's not required reading, but it really
enhances.
Exactly. It actually
enhances
works as
the
an
story.
enhancer.
So the idea behind the Task Force book is the main book. If you're just reading the main book, you're still going to get the complete story.
Yeah.
If you read the tie-ins, such as the Green Lantern book, the Superman book,
the Batman
you
book,
will get the side. Think of it as a video game, and you can play the main video game and get a complete story. But if you follow the little side adventures, it adds to it. And in this book, you find out some of the side stories. They're finally coming to fruition in this book. The the heroes now can get between places due to what Superman and Zatanna did. You know, Green Arrow has been an interesting book, though, and I've been loving that book. So, spoiler alert, Green Arrow is working with Amanda Waller. But I also think he's also working against her.
Yeah.
He is actually helping the heroes do certain things. And in this book, it all the little side stories are coming together in this book, because 4 is going to be them all going after Amanda. So
yeah,
they have a way maybe to get their powers back. Failsafe is
still
I didn't read any of the Batman, so Failsafe is new to me. But the fact that being good has corrupted 2 Amazos and the Brainiac Queen, it just shows you why DC will, in my opinion, be the heroes. The DC heroes have always just been good. They're just good.
And again, and just to piggyback on that, how it differs from Marvel is that if you read the Task Force 7 book, if you read the Batman, if you read the tie-in, it actually ties back in. It's not just a filler issue like some of the issues that we got from Bloodhunt. Like this, it actually matters if you want it to matter. It doesn't like that's what I kind of want to say love, but this is what I'm just excited about. Doesn't Batman show up with something and his tie-in tells you why he has it? Yes, he shows up with a mother box, and he transports Brainiac Queen to Pluto. This is mine. Yes, so do I. So do I, Garth. And the sad thing about it is, you know that game Skyrim, right? Elder Scrolls like 5 or something. I've never beat the main quest, but I've beaten every other side quest in that game. So there you go. And on that note, we're going to take our final break. So please, we'll see you after the ad apocalypse. So please stay tuned.
What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com.
Ask your local comic shop to add Battle Quest comics to your pull list today.
By this time in our journey, we had been on the trail of a very elusive creature for about 96 hours. But all the hard work is about to pay off. Oh, crikey, there she is. Oh, by the markings, I'd say this one's at least a 9.8. Oh, she's a real beauty. A true mint copy. Oh, this one will make a fine slab on anyone's display wall. Oh, she's a feisty one, though. Look out, look out!
Mint Hunter Comics is the place to find that mint comic you've been searching for. Mint Hunter Comics, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, part of the experience.
Hey everyone, welcome back. You are watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. I want to remind everyone that following us directly at 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern, is Sketch Up with Mog and Mel, and they always have some great guest hosts. It is a show that the artists draw, talk, and then auction off, raffle off, give away. It's a great show. Whoa. I don't know the voice actor, but they do. Oh. Yeah, Australian accent. Something about a Barbie. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm not too thrilled with the next book we're going to review, so I'm gonna give it right to Desmond.
Well,
and I also don't
do the
I
credits.
don't have it. I got to read this book when we ordered it, and I was like, I don't want this book, so I did not have the physical. I don't have a physical copy of this book.
You are the worst. I swear.
Why?
You are the worst. Just the worst. Okay. It was okay. So it's Plastic Man No More, and the writer was Christopher Cantwell. Artist was Alex Linz and Jacob Edgar. Jacob Edgar was the artist for pages 9 through 11 and 6. The colorist was Marcello Maiolo, and the letterer was Becca Carey. So I want no. Before we start,
No.
I want to hear what did you like about it.
I am over these stories. We reviewed that Zatanna book that I thought was hot garbage because, it's a retelling, a retread. Just
it was not hot
garbage. Huh?
I said it was not hard garbage, but
It was not.
I digress.
I will say, I'm going to say something positive. Okay. Ready, everyone? Don't fall over. I did enjoy the art in this book. I enjoyed the art very much. I thought Hawkman looked amazing. His Justice League looked great. I am over them, both Marvel and DC. Stop with these The End books. Marvel did a The End series. Remember, maybe a decade or two ago, they did The Ends, and it was everyone's final book. But it wasn't any kind of continuity. It was just a writer's The End. I feel like this is what they're trying to do with this Plastic Man book. Like, I'm cool. It's cool they brought the kid back in, because remember the kid came from Kingdom Come.
Yep.
So I'm glad that the kid's there, his son. I don't know. I did not like this book.
So, to not be a contrarian, as Rich loves to say that I am,
You are such a contrarian.
I actually loved it.
Really?
Yes, and the reason why I loved it was because of the art. The art was great. I thought the art was
Yes.
great. I thought that I loved how the writer showed us and told us how Plastic Man is viewed by everyone. And I loved that. And how in his mind, that's why we have the different pages, is the pages that were done by the other artist were very much like a Darwin Cook, very and that was done intentional because it was a very idealistic version of the Justice League. And how they treat Plastic Man, as Plastic Man is always the odd man out. They never take him seriously. They never, when he tells them stuff, they never treat him with any kind of respect, because he's always been that sort of funny guy, Plastic Man. And so now Plastic Man was hit by a death ray, an alien death ray, and he is slowly dying. Basically, his body is losing his plasticity. So he's basically like a plastic. He's basically like a plastic bag that you heat it up too much and it's starting to liquefy, and that's what's happening to him. And so he is trying now to see what he can do to survive as portions of him slide down the drain, literally slide down the drain and get away from him. And he goes and has this heart-wrenching, but he has this kind of like talk with his son in order to try to let his son know what's going on, but his son will have nothing to do with him because Plastic Man left. He left him when he was a kid. So his son, so there's that daddy son kind of thing. And so they're, he's angry at him for leaving the mother and all that stuff. So, and which I thought was really kind of cool. And to top it all off, it looks like the portions that he is losing are reconstituting themselves somewhere else. So we have this weird sort of mutant Plastic Man thing happening. So I don't know if he's reproducing, if he's dying, what's going on. So I was intrigued by the mystery. I was intrigued seeing him kind of becoming a Brundle fly, trying to save pieces of himself in bags because he doesn't know what's happening. He wants to get together. And then he goes and talks to, Wayne. Of course, Detective Chimp shows up and says, "Hey, I was able to get them to focus on what's going on with you." And Bruce Wayne says to go talk to this, this person who does with like chemicals and stuff, plastics. And they devise a plan to try to save him. And the plan is just super wacky as hell. I love the book. I thought out of all the Black Label books that they have released so far, I liked this one because it was just so counter to the character. And it showed the character in such a different light. And it is not a retreading of anything else that has come before.
I will agree with that statement.
Fantastic.
It is not it isn't, Jabroni Chief, same. I
Fantastic.
guess, I don't know.
I really enjoyed it. It's top of my pickup list.
Really?
Yeah. If you, Rich, I know I get my comics from you, as one of my comic dealers. If you could please put this on my pull list, I will definitely get them. I'm putting my money behind
that's saying something.
I swear to God, it's a really good story, and I really hope that they bring back in the sun. I really hope that whatever the crazy thing that he's trying to decide, it was crazy. It was just so good. Was it my pick of the week, Bar Lord? That might be reserved for our next book, and that is Exceptional X-Men #1. Okay. Okay, first things first. That cover is by the same. That cover it did the artist a disservice because the artist inside is the same art as the cover, but the art inside is so much better. I don't understand why they chose this cover. It's crazy. I liked this book. I really did. I know you didn't. but I think I know why you didn't. Who was the creative team?
So the writer was Eve L. Ewing. The artist is Carmen Carnero. Color artist was Nolan Woodard. And the letterer was our favorite VC's Joe Sabino.
I'm going to meet them in New York this year. I swear to
I
God.
know. I really want to. All right. I want to
Get a
meet
picture
all
with
of the VC's people. So that cover was done by Carmen Carnero and Nolan Woodard. And then there was a freaking beep ton of, I'm trying not to swear.
It's PG-13 now. That's it. PG-13 all the way.
Hey,
Sorry.
Dad.
Sorry,
And a butt ton of variants, and I actually got one of the variants. I'm getting these all the mutant covers, so it's every mutant ever
They're
been
cool.
on. Yeah. So I wake up before I go to work and I do Twitter. I go through Twitter, and when this was released on Wednesday, I was reading all this amazing reviews, like 10 out of 10. All these reviews are loving this book. And I went, did I read something different? Because I did not like this book at all.
I think the reason why you didn't like it.
Yes, please tell me. No. I want to hear you before I talk. No, before I talk, you tell me why I didn't like this book, and we'll see how much you know me.
You did not like it because it was a character study. That's all it was. It was a character.
Oh no,
study.
I love character studies.
But that's the thing. The whole thing was about Kitty Pryde's PTSD for all the crazy crap she did during the fall of the mutants, and now she's.
I'm really sick of every X book being a bleep 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 and bleep. Bleep and bleep story about trauma.
But I like this one because it really spoke about, like, it really made sense. I thought the one that was NYX, because I think NYX's story about trauma was just really, really forced. This one seems like it made sense. Hi, Kat. This one seems like it made sense because we saw Kitty Pryde and what she did and who she became and what she did. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought that was fun. I thought the introduction of the new character, the one in the back, the black girl that turns into some
Jitter. Jitter.
I don't know.
No, Jitter's from next week's book.
She turns into this sort of black black Colossus thing, and she can use her hair as like metal tendrils. And I don't know. I thought this was like classic. Is this just a bunch of chicks, Kwong? No, the guy in the back is actually a guy. So with like the spiky ears, I thought it was North Star at the first. I kept hearing it didn't give some a reason to come back for issue 2. Well, okay, that's a really good assessment, Barlord. I think the reason why is because everything was wrapped up. Kitty Pryde goes to a concert. She meets a girl who gets unable to go into the concert. The girl uses her mutant powers. Kitty unwillingly saves her. That's basically the crux of the story as she's dealing with her own PTSD about all the crap that happened in Fall of the Mutants. Okay, and she's trying to make sense of this new life. The thing at the end that was supposed to be the hook or the tease was Emma Frost doing something. We have no what she's doing, but she starts naming off these people. I thought that was fantastic. Wagner to Passe, Logan, to this, so and so to that. You know?
I'm also curious if the writer knows that Banshee and Emma worked together very closely and became friends. And then what she says about him, no, I'm sorry, no. And that's
maybe she's changed. I don't know. I want to see what's going on. But that's the thing. She basically does a telepathic nudge to Kitty Pryde and says some cryptic thing like, you can't hide from me, kitten, and that, or Kitty, or something like that. And that's the thing. It's like, what is Emma planning for Kitty Pryde? So I think that's what people were like. There was no meat to grab onto except for this little thing. And I think
so. Barlord, I don't know what the QR page, because I read my comics. I don't look at them through a phone. So I have zero clue what the QR page is.
I don't do that either. And I think maybe I should, because maybe now there's something that they're doing at the end of comics.
Yeah, it's been in every single X book. So I I got to read next week's Uncanny, so I can't wait to talk to you about Uncanny. It isn't as trauma-ridden, thankfully. I mean, it still has its moments, but I'm telling you, I've been reading the X-Men comics for decades, and this is the most...
Are you serious? The whole Outback saga was literally a giant trauma session.
Yes, and it was told completely different.
Yeah, but it was so...
Kitty Pryde, this Kitty was one of the most... I wanted to slap her halfway through this book. Like, do you remember? This has already been done. Remember when Kitty quit in mechanics and she became a bartender? Okay, let's just revisit that past that people forgot.
We're coming back to it. I thought it was fine. Okay, everybody, we got to go. Mog and Mel is next. We probably will be continuing this conversation on our next episode because I love the X-Men. So we'll see what happens. We're going to continue to talk about it. Appreciate you all coming in and hanging out.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, please do the survey. It really helps. And as always, if you're watching any of the shows on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. We would love to have you, your friends, your mama, your grandmother, your kids to watch our shows. So
the dogs,
the cats, they don't know what we're saying. Meow meow.
Thanks, Garfwong. You have a great night. Everyone have a great night.
And we will
see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel,
That'd be really great. Thanks.